Welcome back to the Boomerang Podcast. I'm Matt, and I'm here with the owner of Midas Gold Group, James Clark. James, good to have you on the show.
Man, it's good to finally be here. It's you do an excellent job doing this show, Matt. By the way, I know we've worked together on this. You've been the voice of it. You've been representing our show, our small little contribution to citizen journalism. And, thank you for doing that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate, you put the confidence in me. You allowed me to kind of, express my own creativity. I feel like, you too. I mean, we're patriots. We're in this movement. We're one of, the people that are watching the show are us. They're the same people as you and me.
It's us. We have a common goal, a common objective. And I'll tell you, you know what? We realized it probably over the past year. A game changer in the patriot movement is using the internet and creating our own content, expressing our own opinions. We've gotten behind many other podcasters that do a great job out there. Like the guys like George Behezy,
Vlad,
Lumberjack
Neil.
Yep. These are guys we've worked with.
Kellyanne,
Drew Hernandez.
Yep.
Just some great patriots that bring people.
Yeah.
A different perspective, and I'm really glad that we have a small voice in that.
Yeah, and it's nice is it's no secret that we're a gold and silver company, but it also makes business fun. It's like we can work with the ideal client, people that come to us that understand what's going on, that value the information that we talk about, and when we go down to the border, we're going to go see like-minded people.
And I'll tell you, there are a lot of good and bad gold companies out there, just like any other industry, but if you're in this business and you're just, selling gold for a little hedge on inflation, I think you've got the wrong mindset. I mean, gold is about freedom. It always has been. It's been independent private money that everybody should have. So, I've talked about it a lot about what we do. We don't just pitch a commodity. There are a lot of commodities out there. We give people a chance to take some control over their savings and over their finances. So, I mean, the whole movement, if you're thinking about it right, this is a movement towards freedom, towards independence, towards self-sufficiency. And that's what gold is.
Yeah. I mean, something I really admired what you did, James, was when the Canadian government shut down the truckers' bank accounts, you were right there on the front lines with them.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Speaking of old media, we had a lot of advertising with the radio stations. We pitched an idea at the radio station. Midas Gold Group wants to support the truckers. We want to start a fund. We want to get money to these guys. And their legal team jumped in and said, no, you can't.
You can't do it.
You can't do that.
Right.
We can be banned from Canada. You could even have an arrest warrant issued for you in Canada.
It's nuts.
My attitude was, screw Canada. If they're going to issue
screw you.
An arrest warrant, I don't want to go there.
Yeah. And that's, so what we're doing this weekend, why don't you tell the audience where we're headed?
We are headed down, you and me, to Yuma, Arizona. We're going to meet up with the convoy that's been traveling across the country to go and make a stand and demand some changes on the border.
Should be about 10,000 people down there. And these guys, what's been great about what they're doing, the people on the convoy, is that, business owners, the average business owner, restaurant owner, they know where they can stop ahead of time. And there's certain restaurant owners that are literally feeding thousands of people on their own dime.
Oh, it's an amazing movement. We want to see how we can contribute, how we can support, and just be part of what's going on there. And this isn't, we're just a movement of love for the country. Certainly not hate for any immigrants. I think people understand that. We love immigrants.
What we don't like are feds.
We don't like feds
inserting themselves,
enticing violence.
Yes.
And I think, it'll be interesting to see how many.
You want to take an over under?
It's got to be. I'll bet there are 200-300.
I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried about them. I'm more worried about people like Antifa and these groups that are just going there. They're going to dress in Trump gear and they're going to try to stir the pot just like they did on January 6th.
Well, they'll probably be working with the feds too.
Exactly. So, yeah. So they're basically one and the same in some cases.
But the Ray Epps and those guys.
The Ray Eppses of the world
might run into some of those characters down there.
But I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think I've never been to the border. I've only been in Arizona for 3 years. And I've only heard about the border, so this is going to be my first time down there. I've never even been to Mexico.
Really?
I've never been to Mexico.
I'm actually a permanent resident in Mexico, so I have a house in Mexico. I love Mexico. It's a great country with great people.
We need to make Mexico great again too. It's not just making the United States great again. I mean, Mexico, it's great people, right? Great culture. It's just they've been sold out.
An extremely resource wealthy nation. I mean, you look at their seaports. They got nothing but seaports surrounding their country. You look at their natural resources, everything from gold, oil, lithium,
silver. They have the biggest silver mines in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. It should be one of the most wealthy countries on earth. It's been many years of corruption and exploitation, but I think Mexico has a bright future.
So we're going to be down there this weekend. We're going to be filming. We'll do some filming down there. We're going to get the Convoy. Probably meet a lot of like-minded patriots. We're so excited for that. So we just wanted to let the audience know we're going to be down at the border in Yuma this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we hope to see you there. And then I think what we're going to do, hopefully, if we can get enough people, is take that convoy from Yuma, which is the last stop, and bring it straight up to Colorado to go support a wonderful woman who I just got off a podcast with, which is Tina Peters. So that'll be interesting to see.
That's a great interview. Click the like button on this episode. I'm learning that part of podcasting. Click like, click subscribe, and go check out the interview with Tina Peters. It's a great conversation, inspiring. It's an inspiring story from her perspective, and quite a scary story if you're worried about government overreach and weaponization of the federal government.
Cool. Thanks for coming on the show, James.
Awesome to be here.
We'll see you next time.
See you in Yuma.